check. Had to find that mute button. So, if you're rejoining, cool. If not, just in case, here's kind of what I was attempting to do yesterday. Hopefully, after a little bit of reading and a little bit of poking at the config files, I think I've got a solution that's going to make a little bit more sense and work, and hopefully also explain why I'm probably not going to be using this after all of this. So yeah, basically this is the machine I'm streaming to you on, and I've got a VM network setup that includes a gateway, which is pfSense, my test server, and then just a satellite box to try and hit it and validate that DHCP is working. This dev server is supposed to have DHCP and Stork. I haven't actually touched this primary server. I set up a secondary and kind of played around with it for a little bit, but I should probably power that guy off because I didn't want to close power off. There we go. All right, so let's get into it, I guess. So, all right, I'm in there now. First things first, let's validate against, let's see what we've got installed comparatively. Oops, I need to. All right, so we're just looking for what's installed. We've got Kea admin, which I don't think I need. Kea common, control agent, which I need. Right? Yeah, control agent. Sorry, I'm just looking at the notes I gave myself yesterday. I have DNS, but I'm not messing with that yet. Right now I have 4 and 6 installed, the docks and the hooks. And now let's validate Stork. Stork agent, Stork server. Sweet. Okay, so load up ye olde Stork server. Machines. Okay, this is the one that I had just gotten rid of, so we're going to get rid of you and start over. All right, so this is basically how it looks. The first issue that I was running into, I believe, had to do with the configuration of the DHCP server. So we're just going to work in here. First things first. You know what? Let me... Let's get rid of that. Wait, what do you mean not installed? Didn't I just look at it? Oh, it's not server. That's silly. It is server on the other one, but whatever. Yes. Oops. Well, you know, I can leave it there. No. I like making archives, but maybe not. All right, let's just get rid of it. I'm gonna also remove DDNS for now. I don't want to deal with it. What are you called? DHCP dash. Well, actually, no. Let's leave it. I can come back to it because this might go quickly. All right, so step the first. Is in here. Most of this gobbledygook we're not going to need. We have the opening. It's DHCP4. Interface config. You can technically just put an asterisk in here to get everything, but that's not what we want to do. Want ENP0S8. Oops. You know, I don't know if it needs the additional spaces. And we can change the socket type as well if we want to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure that it's specifically set to raw, like that text just pointed out. What that does is just make it so it listens to TCP or UDP. Doesn't matter. Alright, this creates a control socket, which funny enough, in my testing, wasn't installed. There it is. Okay, whatever. I'm fine with it. And yep, we want to tell it to use a mem file. I don't think I need to define that, but we'll leave that alone for now as well. Go through here. Expired lease processing. I think I'll leave that in. These have to basically... Wait a minute, it said that they had to add up. That doesn't add up. And that's directly from their install. Well, we'll leave it alone, see what happens. Alright, so this is where we start getting into the meat and potatoes of it. Default option data. I think, yeah, we want the name servers. I don't really need most of this, but I do want that. So by yeah, exactly what they just said. So I guess I didn't need to do that. We'll just bring you up. And we'll use my servers. Options by their names. Don't need to remember code names. Yeah, don't have any of these. Domain search I do want. Followed by in. And dev. Cool. And back at the range. Gonna deal with the boot file. Gonna worry about that. But we do need that close. Right, onward. Would, if I were putting this, if I were actually at the point where I'm replacing my home DHCP server, I would need this. And that would just basically be where I would say the request is coming from this VLAN or what have you. But for the purposes of this, no need. Now, this is where we start getting like the forensic logging. It's only available if you pay for it. So, nope. And here's our basic subnet. Cool. Yep, each one needs its own. Change this to match with what I'm working with. Ooh. 6. Oops. Yeah. 100. 150. Just because, honestly, it doesn't matter. Right. Options. Yeah, we're going to need the routers. The reason I'm getting rid of all of the comments, by the way, is that in theory, or in practice, Kea will strip them out. However, if for some reason there is a parsing error with JSON, it will suddenly see all of them as parsing errors. So you have to dig through all of the comments if there's any errors. This I didn't realize. This is kind of nice. That I could automatically, but anyway. This is where reservations would go if we had them. But for this purpose, we don't. That is really cool though. Anyway. This for if there's anything special. And if the Flex ID is set up. That closes that out, and then that closes that out. Cool. Subnet is configured. may leave the loggers section just because. It's redundant information. We got info. All right. So that should take care of all of that. Then, oops. There we go. Let's see if I screwed anything up. Looks started to me. All right, awesome. Now we have to go over to the agent. Let's see. Everything popped up here. Nope. And that's because I don't have the agent configured. Same deal. We're going to clear most of the stuff out. It's localhost. The files we're not worried about. DHCP 6. This particular hook appears to also be a premium thing, but I'll leave the hooks libraries here. Probably get rid of all of this, however. And then loggers. I don't know that I'm going to do any logging with this. At least not directly. But we'll leave that alone. We'll check the status. Oop, what did we mess up? Q. Download configuration. F15. Right. Now we chase the open close. Oh. There we go. Anything here yet? Okay, so there was something in the agent. Was it in the agent or was it in Stork? Stork agent host, Stork agent port, Stork agent server. Skip verification. Let's do 2.168.56.5. Yeah. Oops. I don't think I needed to make any changes to the server. Okay, let's go this way. Let's see if we can't force it. What was that command? Stork agent will listen on 8081. Right, so we're back to the issue of cannot ping machine. But it will be here. Communication with Stork agent on this. Oh, you know what? Where'd you go? Copy. Little pasta. It is 127.0.0.1. 8081. I feel like that's the issue I ran into last time, where it just wouldn't hit the point where it would ping itself. We were this close, this close. So Stark Agent host, what if I set this host to be 2.168.56.5? I've got the server, I've got bypassing, all right. So the first thing I'm going to do is restart it, validate that it's running. Coming. Copy you. .56.5, 8081. I'm not understanding of cannot ping itself, because it definitely can. The great thing is this worked fine from another machine, so maybe this is just an issue with the server. Maybe it's my server config. Should default to that. It's only needed if it's from the subdirectory. And that's it. Agent is still responding. I mean, I would almost bet. So get a connection refused, right? Communication with stork agent on machine to get state failed. Oh, it's also getting connection refused. What if I flip these on their head? What's the rest port? I won't be able to change the server port, will I? Agent listing on 8081. Agent server. Alright, what's the gotcha that I'm missing here? I thought it was just the socket. But the socket seems to be not the issue. That's probably not it, but it's fun. What is your damage now? First path segment in URL cannot contain colon. Interesting. All right, there's got to be something else because this is what I changed. Why would that have anything to do with that happening? Sort agent is in store. First path segment in URL cannot contain colon. Oh, I know what it is. There we go. And there we are. Nice. So even though it appeared to be starting, it wasn't starting, and now it's starting. All right, so let's go back home, reload this page, and now we've got the page we saw before. Yeah, I don't have high availability. See, like I said, it gives you some information, which is nice. You can look at your subnet. You can see what's been used. You can see the information on it. You can download it. I haven't looked at the DNS side of things. So what can we do here? So we're monitoring it. Cool. I don't know what that does. Issue found. Stack commands presence. I think I can install that, so I may as well do that real quick. Do I still have... Yeah. Alright, so let's exit there. Quick stretch. So now, and I had to figure this one out because they point you to a completely different direction on the docs, but the libraries are actually stored in here. So when you install it via the libraries package, it sends, in the documentation, it says that they're in var lib Kea. They aren't, but it's not a big deal. But to add them, you do have to go to their support site. Realize I don't have chat up on this machine. I need to make it, you know, that's something I definitely have to add. That's not what I want, that's what I want. There we go. I should make it so that I can just type in something and have the bot post it. I'll add a note about that real quick. After I put this link in, oh, it's not a link, it's more path, just so you can copy and paste it. Apparently I have to put quotes. Yeah. So drop that quote off. And my white text. There it is. In case you just want to read it off the screen. But it's also right here on the screen, so I don't know why I did that. Anyway, what we're going to do now is edit this guy up so that we can include our libraries. All right, I didn't include the libraries there, so we will copy pasta, the best kind of pasta. Now, this one was one I was screwing around with, but it needs a lot of options, so we're not going to use it. All right. Once again, for the second time. There we are. Restart you. Make sure you worked. Looks good. Hop back over here, see if we still have the issue. No issues found. Sweet. Okay, it's not available. Yep, correct. So if I go here, host reservation, say I want to set a new static IP, it just gives me an error. And that error is the host commands hook isn't available. And that's because you have to pay for that. $500 a year. So that's problematic. I really don't want to have to go in and modify a JSON file every time I want to add a new user, or add a new machine to the static IPs. So that's why this probably isn't going to be my solution. It is still pretty cool. I would bet with a little bit of effort, you could probably create a reasonable front end to modify that JSON file. It still requires that the server be restarted, whereas their hooks don't require that, which kind of sucks. It's all open source, so I don't doubt that there's some method in which you could go in and hack it and make your own version, but that's not the point of this. I don't want to become that intimately familiar with DHCP. The point is, I just want to replace my DHCP server. The one I'm using is out of support. It's the ISC's original version. So, onward, I suppose. The next one, next in the list, is actually, what was it called? Yeah, Gravity DNS. Now, number one, it's built on the same thing as Kubernetes, so I like that. Their site, well, their download, oh, interesting. Going this route. Oh no, okay, so it's still the container image. So yeah, they seem to only work as a container image. Well, I'm sure they don't only work as a container image, but that's how they're choosing to deploy. Also, maybe a year or so. And it's a Go program. I was poking around a little bit in the Docker file just to see what that looks like and what I might need to do. It doesn't look like a lot. So I may be able to just get this running in my little environment here. But for now, let's hop over here. I'm going to power these guys off. I'm just going to delete this one. You, I suppose. This machine's doing fine. I'm going to log in as exit. Yeah, that'll show them. Here we go. All right, so now we just have my pfSense machine and my Kali Linux machine. Funny story though. Last night I left this on. Normally I try to shut down overnight, but I left it on. And it pulled an IP address from my quote-unquote broken DHCP server. How fun is that? Nothing else did. This did, and the DHCP server that I left running. Funny enough. But you see it's got it set as its secondary IP address. It pulled it properly using the who's it? The DHCP relay. So the interesting thing about that is that it didn't all day. At some point overnight, it decided, yeah, I'm going to do that. Can't for the life of me figure out what happened there. And I don't think I'm going to go digging through logs to figure out how one request got through. And yes, I should have those logs easily searchable so I can just go, what happened there? I haven't done that yet. It should all be in Zabbix, honestly. Another project, another day. So yeah, I think now I'm going to try and follow this and see what happens. But before I get too far into that, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute, not 5 minute, maybe 2 minute, but you know, a second. Let's see. So it's pulling node, so I'll have to have node installed. Actually, I should have cloned this. Generate new. We're going to call you the DNS. I don't know, it's called DNS, but it has DHCP. Full clone. Just the current state. Alright, we'll let that run while we're looking this through. So we need node 21. So under web, what's the packages look like? Okay. So this looks like basically I'm installing Node. I'm gonna have to install Git, I bet. I don't think it's on there. Run through some product. Run through a few settings. I think Make's on there. We'll see. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. I love it when it's here and not in Docker Hub, where you can't follow along as easily. So it's not there, it's here. Start. Of course, the fact that I just broke turned off the DHCP server. It's fine. It means I also have to set a static IP. No big deal. Unless it goes and gets one. Oh, well, actually, I can run this stuff because it's also this. I forgot it. By default, I have 2 network connections, and one of them's a bridge, so I can just do my updates and stuff. I don't need sudo on root. So we'll let that go through just to make sure we're updated. If the packages version of Node has gotten any better. Let's see. Well, you know what? First things first. Well, no, I don't even need to worry about that because I can just use this IP. I mean, obviously I'll change it before I start trying to serve DHCP leases, but at least for now it'll work. All right. So from here, is there a, I think it was S8. I believe it's S8. Yeah. Oh, right. I haven't set up sudo yet. All right. Now exit, exit. In we go. And we're back. And we have sudo. Woo. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah. We want to get that. Oh man, I never remember the opening. So let me actually do this. Do auto. Wrong one. So I have the right one. Sweet. Auto P. Site. But not DHCP. We want static. And quick cheat sheet. And never. Yeah, auto. Static, right. We have address. I'm gonna make you 10 just because it's a round number. And why not? Is it netmask or subnetmask? I think it's just netmask. I think I can also just do the WAC 24. Yeah, let's do that. Is 1.2.68.26.2. And I want to include the DNS servers. There we are. .1.24.2, 10.1.24.20. And DNS search root dot dev. Just restart networking, but I'm SSH'd in, so I may as well just reboot all around. And it's a virtual machine. It'll only take a second. It's not doing anything important anyway. Where's it gotta be? I know. I could probably just install Docker, pull that Docker image, and install that Docker image within a virtual prompt. I want to deal with that. Nobody got time for that. If it works, and if it works via the Docker, this may end up installed in my cluster. So, just saying. Nope, we're not doing that. We're doing it. Well, let's. Did we get our IP? Yeah. Wait. Oh, it's this one. And we're in. Cool. All right, now we have static IP. So now we start following instructions. And I'm really just going to run down this list. Let me copy this. I forgot to make a new notepad for this one. Just want that, not the full jobby. Let me throw that in chat as well. And that's what we're working on. All right, so rather than copy pasta this, I'm just going to move it over here so that I can look at both. And you can look at this. All right. Do we have Git? We do now. And which version of Node is available on here? jQuery. Come on. All right, let's just do it. And this thing's falling apart because nothing's there anymore. Let's get Node.js. We're gonna go this route. Which version did we want? We need at least 21. Right. That's much easier. Right. Yes. Oops. NVMe. All right, so now I need to set NVM 21, right? Yeah, NVM install 21. Hang on. Close. Oh, geez. That's right. Reread. Comprehend. Nobody got time for that. Magic. All right. Maybe it's born with it. It's not. Next in my list, I need to make it work. And now we need to actually, let's just clone this whole thing down real quick. Copy. Sweet. All right, so we made the work there. We're supposed to copy make file. Okay. To copy up. JSON to work. Oh man. Make the directory first. And there's a switch to do that. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Copy gravity web package to work web. And let's do the same thing with package lock. Web npm CI. I am the Docker Compose today. Need some more drinkage. Human. That's my only one core maxed out. It's probably OBS Studio. Right, we need to export. Web build. Oh. Thinking I'm in Windows again. Alright, now I need to make web build. Just need Android. Maybe there's an app. That's what happens when you install random stuff you found on Reddit one night. Oh, that's fun. Load config imported from load config. Interesting. Cannot find. I mean, it's called MJS. Are you screwing with me? Why not? Let's see what happens. And usually when I do something stupid like that, it will just throw more errors, but it's half the fun, right? Cannot find module. Web rollup.config.js. Rollup. What do you mean? But it regenerated. Oh, no, because I copied. Web rollup. I'm looking at it. Do you have an export at the bottom? You don't have an exports. Yeah, well, now it has export, and then it has the resources. All right. Well, for the sake of argument, what I'm going to do is just power on ahead. I'm actually curious. I mean, looking at this, it has build web, okay. Prepare external files. All right. So now it's a different file, so now we're in workspace. And we want to copy the make file again. And again, I know why it's happening, because I'm looking at copy in the Docker file. All right. We've already done an update, so I'm just going to run it. Right. Lucky Mac. Okay. Now we build Docker library. What do I need to install for good? Be okay. All right. Let's start the process of installing Go. I see now why the Docker container makes a little bit more sense. You know what? I'm just curious. Key rings, right? Let's see. Looks like it. I definitely wouldn't mind actually making use of a Docker container for this purpose. All right, now let's build all the things and see how this goes. I feel like I've done this before. I mean, they have the whole concept of Docker and Docker, so it shouldn't be that bad. But I did just waste 20 minutes. But I would kind of rather not punch my way through a bunch of errors. That's not what this is about. I just want to see, all right, what's it look like? Hey, where'd you go? Version 8.1. That's worrying. Kind of hope I don't like it. I see a release on September 11th, October 2nd, October 25th, November 9th, November 10th, November 10th, 19th, December 19th, and nothing since. I mean, there are active pull requests, I guess. All right, well, we're gonna go here. By using this container image. Yeah, this was definitely faster than installing Golang. Oh, I do need to use sudo on this one. That's not gonna work. Let's see, under docs. Great, that's not actually documentation. Did I give myself a new? Oh, I didn't run it headless. Delete Docker rm. Okay. So what is it? IDT. So I know I want detached. Let's just. It's detached 221. Yeah. I bet there's a variable in there to get the IP. or to set the IP. All right, let's look at what this looks like. It's got DHCP, it's got metrics. I should be using the Docker Compose. Let's look at that. And it's just exec bash, right? I think I need the dash. Oh, cool. Is netstat? No, dude, that'd be too easy. It was all in a folder called work or dir. Or it wasn't, and I was wrong. We're running in Docker and not using no host. Oh. Well, let's see. So you're 10. Eight. Yeah, didn't think so. Right, so exit. Default instance will listen to one instance, but this option will override that. Set to 000 using Docker. So it should just be env, right? Env file, and then I just want to do it in the command line. I think it's just E and V, right? Oh no, it's just E. Docker compose dash E. Instance IP. What do you mean? No such service up. Okay. Requires at least one word. Fine. I'm gonna edit. Wait, what? Docker compose. All right. Volumes. And supposedly, what we want is instance IP. It didn't take my periods. All right. Oh, was not detached. Oh. Ooh, but how do I get the username? Default admin, you find the credentials printed to so I need to find a default admin is created. I mean, this could be my fault for straight up loading the page. Let me get rid of you. POS. Oops. It's local. It says it's just in data. Did it put it in /data? All right, let's do this, hopefully without. Here about a username or password. Let's just make the off chance that this is what I need. .10 this. Unauthorized. Nope. So that ain't it. So it's supposed to be right after the initial startup. Do I need longer logs? Since 30 minutes ago. Embedded, running. All right, let's take a step back. If I go back to my original run, I do need to pass the instance IP. But compose. Oh, dashy. Oops. All right, so can I assign requested address? Interesting. Oh, that doesn't like it. Always got to be something, right? I just need, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's just doesn't seem like it's creating it. Yes, I know, I just did this. Dash. I don't want it detached. In term. There we go. Well, that's a fun response. Oh, need the dash or whatever to make it interactive, right? There we go. Put that in there. Okay, where does gravity log to then? Because it says I should be able to just export logs and see. My login information. Gravity starting. Embedded. It's not recommended. Simple token is not cryptographically signed. Don't care. It's ready. Data. So it's local. It says it's at /data, or data is mounted at /data. Oh, I just need to do that. Let me clear everything out of here. All right. Grab a fresh copy. Set the environment and see what happens. I mean, I can't just get it. And I know this is far from ideal. Right. Right here again. It was local IP, instance IP. Oops. Six, 8, 56, 10. I'm tempted to just do this, not detach it, and copy and paste that. See what happens. So let's do this. Okay. IP. Oh, it did not like that this time, huh? Does still need the expected IP. Hmm. 1268 isn't correct. Oops. Yeah, this is not creating that token. Is there somewhere where I can set the token? I can. Okay. We're doing that. We set a token to be created. Interesting. Well, we'll do this. What do you mean unauthorized? I set the password. Very specifically set the password. Invalid credentials. Do I need to set admin token? Because it definitely didn't create the random password. Or I shouldn't say definitely. It definitely appears to have created a password, but if unset, no token will be created. Well, let's try that. Make it. Tokens page. Oh, the admin. Okay, so the admin token should just be for the API. Should. Let's see if there's anything in the pull request or issues about this. Instance IP, it takes the IP of the pod. Oh, that's unrelated. That's something else that's already there. So, the only thing I can think of, did I spell admin password? Let's do the copy pasta. Maybe this is the issue. Let's try the uppage gate. Unexpected. Yeah. Oh. Oh, right. I mean, this is what it says in its own documentation. So let's... Right. Well, this would be awesome if maybe it's just not taking it because it's not complex enough. I mean, that would be annoying. Maybe the quotes. see if there's some sort of enforcement here. That ain't it. No, I'm not frustrated at all. All right, what if... Dang it. Sure, it's just admin, right? Let's see. Oh, there's a gravity CLI. All right, fine. This is fine. We'll do that. Is it just gravity? CLI. Convert, export, import, users. I guess I can only add. That's it. All right. Okay, I'm in. I don't know that I'm an admin though. Users. Update user. Okay. Okay. So let's create a scope. Call you Bert. You're going to be router is going to be 68.56.2. Sure. Interesting. No tools used yet. All right, let's try and just actually do this. IP range start. Six dot 120. Okay, so I mean, it does what it says it's gonna do, right? I mean, supposedly. Let's take a look at you. Let's disconnect your network. Disconnect your network. No, that's not what I wanted. Disconnect and then reconnect. Right, so now I've got an IP. So what do we see? There we are. Okay. I mean, it really seems a bit too simplistic for what I'm after. It seems cool. I mean, this would be nice to have for my DNS servers in general. But how much am I willing to give up? All right, well, you sit on the burner. The back burner. I should probably add that. Need to set instance IP in this weird case. When it's inside a segmented virtual network. Yeah. And use Gravity CLI to create user. Admin token wouldn't work. That's kind of that. Not a whole lot to this one, which I guess is okay. Maybe it's time to switch over to some Shadowrun. Because I'm going to have to do some more research into other DHCP services. It is really weird to me that for such an important service, it's just kind of expected to work. I mean, most people just use the one that's on their router, right? Options. Oh, I understand why it said that. DHCP server list. DHCP server providers. I guess that's what I'm looking for, really. DDI, IPAMs. Well, let's see. The best DDI and IPAMs. These things are almost always BS. So these all just assume that there has to already be a server. Actually, the Windows DHCP server is really nice. Maybe I just need to bite the bullet and figure out an easy way to make something slightly better. Than Stork. Like, it doesn't seem like it'd be that difficult, but I have to look at the API a little more. Well, let's see how that's documented. So it's sent via JSON. So command service and then arguments. But what arguments are available? So build report. Config test. That's nice. So you can write a new one. So the idea there, I suppose, that you have to build the entire thing before. So that's when you do, I guess, when you hit save. And quick break as I'm reading through this. And back. All right, so where were we? Well, that's nice. That's what I want right there. All right. So let's go back to you. Good thing I didn't delete that. But you, we are going to power off. We'll start you back up. Oh, that's a funny situation. In a VM that was in a VM that just got powered down. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at what we can get out of this. There's still 8,000. Oh, is it just localhost? There we go. Okay, so what I actually want is list commands. Config get, config hash get, config reload, config set, config test, write, list commands, shutdown, status. DHCP It didn't say DHCP disable. At shutdown. DHCP. I mean, that should be a thing, right? You did not include service parameter. That's this one. So let's try. Oh, that works. And then I can go back to enable. Okay, but that doesn't actually like restart the server. So I could set arguments. I mean, this might not be terrible to write something for. Put it. What else would I want it to do? Let's see what the DNS server can get. So does that mean if I say I've got this, I want okay. So if I want interesting. Well, I think I have to revisit Kea, but from a development perspective. Because frankly, that's kind of cool. Now, one thing I haven't really tested is what does it look like getting requests from another VLAN. That's a much bigger setup though. That might be more than just a setup. That might be where I start looking at migrating. But I'm going to have to practice or learn a little bit more about... Oops. Should still be admin, right? Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Go away. How do I create another user? I mean, oh, there we go. So in theory, I can still actually have this kick out to Grafana and Prometheus as well, even if I'm not using Stork. Am I able to do anything at all? DNS page. Nope, just the raw configuration. Interesting. But not impossible. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to do a bit more research into that. So let's put you away. VMs. To shut you down. What are you talking about? Cool. There's no processes running. What are you talking about? All right. Oh yeah, there is still in that one. Nope. Skull the Hero Slayer. What are you? Lucky for you guys, I don't have desktop audio turned on. What's the Valheim update? Okay, you're not here to see me Can you read patch notes? Was a patch to Daggerfell? Anyway. I am here for a reason. And that reason is Dragonfall. Oh, I gotta make sure all these are powered off, right? You, I can just shut down. It's halfway silly to use a Kali box just for testing everything, but on one hand, it's got every tool imaginable. On the other hand, it has every tool imaginable. I'm about to force it down, though. Why is VLC still running? Go away. So yeah, I feel like we got most of this taken care of. Ah! Aren't you supposed to delete to the other color? Alright, nope, you're getting killed. And you can go away too. I don't think we want to save that masterpiece. Everything's off. Cool. Alright, we'll just run one quick. I don't need you open. Yeah, just one quick mission. Who's gonna know? Just one quick run. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I really need to make that text fade off the screen. It's kind of annoying right now. All right, what was I doing? I think I was supposed to be talking to someone over here. Probably her or him. See your chronoglass. The late Monica Schaefer's replacement. Good, you look the part. Let me get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future, but first we're asking you to go on a trial run, an audition of sorts to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way or expose yourself to any unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you'll be rewarded. And there's a bonus. Cool. What does the audition pay? I can offer you 1,500 yen, but only if you complete the full audition, the run and post-run interview to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectations, you'll receive no pay and no further offers of work. That isn't much. It's an audition. Sure, I'm in. Why not? This will be the run. Now to the task at hand. There's a man named Elshire. He is a senior manager at Hermes Aerocom and is a respected figure in his community. My organization also suspects working with pro-corporate extremists. These people are actively working to undermine the flux state and pave the way for corporate-controlled Berlin. My organization has no more desire to see Berlin fall to corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. You want me to beat the proof out of him? I like your initiative, but no, nothing so crude as that. You will meet with a team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance, you will plant surveillance devices. The rest of your team will meet you there. Hang on a second, I already have a team. You do, but they're unsuitable. This is a test of your abilities. Yeah, sure, whatever. The moment you board the train to Frankfurt or Tor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. Best of luck. We will be watching. Who is we? I'm told you've been quite busy. Who does it look like? The Pope? Give him a soy calf, a big one. Put it on my account. I like the cut of his jib. A large? Ah, you are a generous one. And a scone. What's going on with this guy? Indeed they did. And it was most fortunate that you discovered it. It seems there's a group that wishes to disable it, destabilize, and create a vacuum that they could fill with their political ambitions. But you took care of it? Yeah, they were reasoned with. We traced the signal to its source. The issue has been resolved. Thank you for your help. That's it, huh? Alright, fine. Fine. What does my inventory look like? That one's a shotgun, but I don't have shotgun. I just have SMIG. So I think we go talk about weapons. Well, you're new. I could use some help. Sure, what's the deal? Something wrong with the sewers. Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Awful screams in the sewers. All right. How much money are we talking about? 500. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Combat medic. Probably no need for a decker on this one, so we'll bring these guys. I guess I can change my... I'm not in science and technology right now. Yeah. For at least the next 15 minutes. This, I want these guys to have one of these. I got a gold. She got a gold. He's got one. All right, we're good. I'm good. You're good. We're good. There's fail count up there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I was on the wrong screen. Okay, done. Open the karma screen. I mean, I only have 2, right? We's a hunting rats. Fix the water pumps. Pump status. Water flow failed. South turbine has been deactivated. Okay. Pump status. Okay, so I've got to go find a clog, I guess. Let's go. That looks pretty cloggy. Ooh, that looks pretty messy. We're definitely going over there. Yeah, let's go here first. Corpse mangled beyond recognition. But you can tell it's a corpse. Really? I've got to go find a code. I don't have a code, right? Nope. Let me guess. A corpse. Mangled beyond recognition. A well-worn manual. The book is filled with depictions of turbine and pump cross-section, blah, blah, blah. Flip to the yellow bookmark. Turbine. 822896. Okay. I'm guessing once I flip this on, it's going to get entertaining. Was it 896? Yep. Zambies. You there? Give him the hastes. Chop. That's not good. Alright, caramba, these guys got all the hit points. Claws, but first... $53. Got a higher chance. Oh joy. Just make with the chopping. What's going on? What's that? Just in case. Ouch. Yeah, I was worried it was going to hit him too. Okay, good, good. Why do you have a better shot? Wow. Why did I bring her? Him? Like the crits. Nice. Finally, you did something with your life. I need you to heal, my buddy. 2. Because most of it's, choppy choppy. Oh my god, he's practically knocked out. Come on, all you have to do is hit once. Alright, you need a critical. Yes. Alright. And there, of course. Oh man, I forgot to cast haste. Yeah, I knew it. That's alright. Oh crap. And missed. This is probably not the greatest of ideas. Really curious as to how many are going to come through that door. Come on. Get him. And just a reload. Back to the shotgun it is. Well, that was easy. Does this mean I probably should have had a Decker? Please don't. We're not like the others. What are you talking about? Who are you? The Krieger strain may have ravaged my body, but I have retained my mind. Krieger strain. Keep talking. And we survived. But now our food supply has been interrupted and the feral ones have gone mad with hunger. Who was feeding you? The doctor? The Decker monitored both sides to ensure our mutual cooperation, but with her death, the doctor has reneged on the deal. Without the food guaranteed by the contract, the feral ones have gone mad, and in their madness, they have made it too dangerous for us to maintain the pumps. Was the Decker named Monica? You mean Dr. Ezekiel? I'm gonna have a talk. I guess I go in here. If you're calling me to beg again, you might as well hang up. Let me cut you off right there. But they're not customers. They've never paid me a thing. You signed a contract. Like a barter system. I might be able to work with that. I'll tell you what. What sort of odd jobs? I'll give him the message. Do not come back. So what am I doing now? Yeah, just leaving the sewers. Guess that was one mission. It is kind of dinner time. Your friend isn't coming. They'll appreciate it. Here's the money. What do I got by way of karma? 9. Holy cow. What do we want? It's not a bad skill to have. But I'm going to focus on... We're going to do that. Cool. Save and quit. And with that, I think I'm out of here. Have fun. Hope you learned something.